on the People's Station. Marlon Wayans is in the building with me.
Gang.
I got to stop saying in the building. Some comedian I said in the building, like, I am not in the building with you, Hatta. We on FaceTime right now. I say, you right, bro.
You know, you can say in the building with me. and F whoever that comedian was.
Nah, I don't do that because comedians like the beef these days. They love the beef.
They ain't really beefing. We just talking with our mouths. They ain't really beefing. Who fighting? Ain't none of us really fighting. We just talking mess. We just bullying with our mouth. That's all we do.
You're so honest, man.
We do.
And I don't know if that's something that's happened. It seems like in the last few years, every time I see you talking in an interview, I'm like, damn, Marlon, that might be a little too much information there, bro.
God, because I think you have to live in vulnerability in order to explore that truth in your art. You have to do this.
Yeah, but sometimes it's your business. You don't have to share it. You share stuff about your daughter, your personal business. I'm like, you don't have to share it.
Because I don't have no shame. I don't do a lot of dumb stuff. I ain't got no shame. I'm here for people to learn. You know, I think every lesson that I could teach somebody, you got to think of my life. You know, it's like why I'm going to write a book. I think it's what makes the Bible so great is that people, whatever you do in your life, somebody has done that same dumb thing that you did. So if you read this book, you will learn how to live your life so you don't do the dumb things that person did.
Yes, sir.
And that's why you read books, because you learn lessons. And that's why you watch and listen to podcasts, because you learn things. So when I'm doing these shows, I'm hoping I could teach you something by my truth. I hope you learn something. If not what to do, what not to do.
Was that always your goal when you got into this, or originally? No, okay.
It's not my goal when I do it. I just came up with that jump just now. It makes sense though.
It sounded good. I'm curious. Will your family ever do a documentary? I find y'all absolutely fascinating, your family, and I don't think you're talked about enough. And I think that you are the loudest in your family as to making sure that everybody else knows that they need to give your family props. I don't see the rest of your family seems very reserved.
They are,
cool, but you're like, nah, Mom, we did this.
They old school. You know what I mean? I'm just like, they don't know about flowers. They're just tired. They're just old and tired. That sounds like work. Documentary, I don't want to work no more.
Really? You don't think they would be? I think y'all have an incredible story.
We've been talking about doing a documentary.
Really?
It's hard to get 10 niggas on the same page. Have you seen the Earth, Wind, and Fire documentary? It's hard to get that many people together. You know what I mean? 5 black men, to get them in a room to do something.
I'm thinking it's
collectively
easy because all y'all do is show love and talk about how you love each other when y'all leave each.
Crazy people. Keenan crazy, Damon crazy, Sean crazy, Kim crazy. I'm the craziest because I gotta deal with all of them. I got this 5 crazy people y'all ain't even met. We crazy. So it's hard to get all these crazy minds together to go, let's do this. So I do think one day we will do it because we've been collectively talking about it.
That's good. That's good. How long have y'all been talking about it? That was when they said
well, people keep asking me, man. I got all these producers.
I just think it's a great.
Like, we should do one. We should do one.
And that's not arrogant. Don't you think your story?
It's a wonderful story.
It's a rags to riches.
Yes.
It's what because things have changed in society now, but it's what the American dream, to me, used to be based on.
Yes.
We are here. We have no way out.
And just the American dream, if you want to get specific, it's the African American dream too. Because the American dream has been provided, you know, with the Osmonds and the Rockefellers, and white people have had no, I'm not saying, hey, this is a race thing, right? I'm just saying as a black man, we didn't have those examples. Our examples, I had the Jacksons.
Yep.
I had the DeBarges.
Yep.
Those 2 families, I don't know if the Silvers was real families or not, but
Silvers was a family.
Those 3 families,
that's all we had. Yeah.
Those are the ones that inspired us to do what we do. They were the forefathers of the Afro-American dream.
Yeah.
And so me and my brothers and my sister and my family have been that for this this generation that's coming up. And, you know, and that is something that we should coin. We should do a documentary.
How do you think you all were able to break through? Because most people who look like me and you and your family, it's hard for them to break through. Not only did y'all break through,
We roaches.
the whole
We are roaches.
Don't be put up
If
here
you
saying
think
the
that
whole
Hollywood
family
made us, they didn't.
No, that's exactly.
You know what? We made Hollywood a lot of money. Hollywood was smart enough to go, wait, these niggas are on this. They were smart. We kept making money.
Yeah.
Right? And like it's not an accident. It's we did it out of necessity. They weren't giving us any roles. We had to take them. They wasn't giving us any movies. We had to go create them. I'ma Get You Sucker. Keenan created I'ma Get You Sucker. Yeah. I'ma Get You Sucker gave him the opportunity. Hollywood Shuffle gave him the opportunity to create a movie like I'ma Get You Sucker. And then I'ma Get You Sucker hit so hard that it created the opportunity for him to do In Living Color.
Yeah.
Me and my brother Sean, they wasn't giving us no roles. They wasn't giving us movies. We had to write Don't Be a Menace. We had to create the Wayans brothers. We was 20 and 21 years old creating the Wayans brothers, creating Don't Be a Menace. We was 24, 25 when we wrote Scary Movie. You know, White Chicks we did when we was 30. Little Man, like we've created these things. To this day, I'm still writing and producing my own stuff. Hollywood hasn't given me much.
Has Hollywood, okay,
now,
with
like,
all that now,
after
yeah, about
him,
that, yeah.
I think Hollywood will still go, okay, I think he'll be a bankable, dramatic
Wait a minute. After the new movie, you saying they got to wait till after they see the new movie to take you serious after all the things that you've accomplished? Really?
Yeah, I think that this is the one.
So you don't think that they've ever taken you serious with all the stuff that you've done?
No.
It was a fight for you the whole way through.
Yes, and even if it is, it's still going to be a fight. I'm just saying, hopefully, him is the thing that they go, hey, I think this guy's a bankable star. And if not, great. I'm still going to be doing what I do. Regardless. I don't trust it. I don't trust the system. It never worked for me, so I'm always going to create my own roles.
And I know that's why I want a documentary, because the system never was set up for you all, and we
created the system.
The whole family has been successful, and nobody's been left behind. Yes. It's a great story.
I'm at a point in my life where I just want a great business partner. I want somebody that goes, hey, I got a bunch of money. How do you make this money make money? And they go, hey, I want to build this studio. I want to do these movies. I want to go get financed. I want to be my own version of Hollywood. I don't know if that system is going to work for me like I want it to work for me. So I think I got to just create my own system, because that works for me. Because I know
like that's what you've always been doing
exactly.
Anyway.
Now I just want to do what I do at a higher level, and then I want to have great partnerships and business relationships with people and distribution partnerships. But I just want to do it at a high level because I love what I do. I'm doing this out of passion. Like, I love what I do. This isn't work for me. I'm doing 8 shows this week, and sounds like work. I go have fun.
Are you surprised that you've been able to maintain yourself since a teenager till now? Look at you.
No.
You're accomplished so much.
I'm not
being
even
with
there
your brother
yet.
over there. Really?
I'm not there yet. You haven't seen my best me. You haven't seen. I haven't made it yet.
Okay, at this point, I'm gonna have to stop you.
To where I
in your head, I got you. Because other people would love to have what you have. Yeah, okay.
I haven't made it yet. I've done some great things, but my greatest me, you talking to the beginning of the greatest me, you sitting down with him right now at 53.
I dig it.
Because now I got 15 years of stand-up. Now I have, 15, 20 movies that I've written, produced, and starred in. You know what I mean? I know how to write from scratch. I know my next 3 specials I want to do.
Already.
I've been developing, I got like 10 movies I've been developing. They're in different phases. But I know the next 10 movies I want to do. That's before the ones that I may get from Hollywood, offers and things like that. I know I have 3 or 4 TV shows that I'm developing. I'm a monster right now. These are my greatest years, man. I just really feel like, God made me different, and I'm just owning it. Right? That's the other thing I learned. I've learned is you got to own it. Michael Jackson owned it when he said, "I'm gonna be the greatest, something the world never seen." He meant it.
He did.
He meant it, and then he did the work. we didn't see him doing the dance rehearsals to create the moonwalk. He just popped up one day and he moonwalked. He was like, what? What that happened? How many times he probably failed in his house trying to get a little slide across. All his like, you know, Kanye said it. And I used to be a huge Kanye fan. I don't know about Kanye 2.0. Kanye off the meds. I don't know. I like medicated Kanye because there's a great in there.
Yeah.
And then there's the Kanye that says the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. And I'm just like, is that the same guy? That's how I go. Yes, he's bipolar. So I listen to the great creative crazy. That's the one that I'm infected by. I'm not the one that just be talking nonsense and ruins businesses and ruins relationships and, you know, and that guy, no. But when he was like, you have to say out loud, and in order to be great, you got to say I'm great. No man stands above me. Because why? I'm not competing with nobody. I'm gonna be my greatest me. So my work ethic and what I do with my craft and how I learn and grow every day beyond the microscope, when I'm just in my own vibe, my own presence, the stuff that people don't see. They don't see me writing. They don't see me doing the work. They don't see me do the stand-up until they see the specials. I'm not playing stadiums. I'm playing clubs. Mm-hmm. But one day when I play stadiums, people are gonna be like, yo, how did he get prepared to do? Because y'all didn't see me doing all this work to be great.
You mentioned the new movie, Him. That movie, at first it looked like it was going to be a fun movie, and then the way that they shoot it, you're like, oh, it's going to be another one of them.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's twisted.
How did they get you to? How did they talk you into doing it? And why did you want to
talk me into it? They said Jordan Peele. I was like, I'm in. And then I saw Justin Tipping's movie Kicks, and who directed him, and I was like, this dude is really talented, and you know, I love Justin. I hope me and Justin wind up doing 20 movies together. I feel like every Denzel needs a Spike Lee, and I just feel like he's a great filmmaker, and I would love to work with him, you know, for the rest of my career. I just think he brings something. He knows and trusts me. And I'd never had a director trust me like that, to be like.
Why did they think you for this? Because I think and I don't know the full premise. So, in fact, school me on what the premise is, because I want to think that from what I saw, you're a quarterback.
Yep, and I'm the greatest quarterback ever. That's what he is.
That is what it is.
He's the GOAT.
And I guess you're supposed to be teaching this young cat.
Because I'm retiring, so I bring this new young cat because I want a family. And
how did they pick you for that? Like quarterback. Damon Wayans. I mean, Marlon Wayans.
I think it wasn't the quarterbacking, you know, because I remember when I did all this, I went to quarterback camp and I did all this stuff to learn how to throw. And, you know, I never could get that throwing right. My 50-year-old arm was like, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. Not more than 2 times. And my arm was in the sling. I had the ice. My arm was just like, nah. And I got to set, and the young kid had to do all these football drills and stuff like that. And I was like, I started warming up and throwing the ball, and Justin said, "What are you doing?" What do you mean? I said, "I'm about to throw." He said, "No, you're not." I said, "Why?" He goes, "You see that guy over there with your haircut?" I said, "Yeah." He's gonna throw. That's your stunt man. This dude was throwing bombs. I was like, bet. He's like, we didn't bring you here for that.
That's right.
I brought you here to give us that thing that only Marlon Wayans can bring us. They picked me for the role because it's like, you're one of one. Everybody can do what you do is either dead, crazy, or they don't do it no more. You're the only one doing it. And what he meant by that, there's only 5 guys that ever lived, 6 guys with that skill set to do drama, comedy, and everywhere in between and be believable. There's Robin Williams, there's Eddie Murphy, there's Jim Carrey, Richard Pryor, my brother Damon, and myself that has that skills, and Jamie Foxx. Those are like guys that, you know, can do it all, to do characters, different characters, to do 7 different characters in a movie, to be able to, and then dramatically hit that and be vulnerable and make people feel. And then in the same drop of a dime, within the same sentence, you go from being really dramatic to funny. And it all makes sense. And he was like, you're the only guy that's really doing it right now. So, you're one of one. And that's why they hired me for him. And when you see the performance, I get why. It's untethered. And my director was just like letting me off the leash. He was just like, I would do a take or 2, and he would be like, that's great. 2 takes. I never did like 8 takes and not like that.
Really?
Never. He was like, you give me everything I need every time. He was like, that was beautiful. He'd come out the tent and clapping. And you go, you need anything else? What can I do? He said, no, it's perfect. And he'd go, well, you know what? Let's do one more. I said, what do you need? What can I give you? What do you need? Something for editing? Is the emotion I need to play? Because I don't know. I just want you to just and my eyes would light up. Because when he gave me the orchestra, the composer fingers, he was telling me, make it a song.
Yeah.
Bring the writer, bring the actor, bring the comedian.
And you understood that?
Bring your instrument. Miles Davis, don't play My Funny Valentine like the sheet music says. Play it in the key that you want to play it and how you feel that song should be played from your soul. And I would do this take, and it'd be a long, like, 10-minute take, and it'd be crazy. But he
let you go off paper?
He let me go off paper.
Wow.
He let the lion, a hungry lion in the zoo, off the chain with the cage door open during the most busiest time in the summer. And all I seen, this lion, was carnage. I went to destroy, eat, out, and I ate. I just went, wow. And
now he got me wanting to see the movie like right now, right?
And when you see the performance,
When I saw it looked dark though, because I'm thinking there was going to be a little humor edge to it. When I saw like, ugh, that looks really dark. I got to get my mind right when I watch this one.
It's dark, but it's dope, and the message is dope. And when you see the movie, you're gonna be like, it's an untethered performance. Tyreek Withers is great in the movie. Julia Fox is great in the movie. The movie looks beautiful. It's fun. The music is great.
What's the drop date on it again?
September 19th.
September. Okay.
And I'm just grateful that Jordan Peele and Justin Tipping allowed me to be him. I found doing this movie him. I found the GOAT in me.
Wow.
I found the confidence to be like, oh wow, I am different.
Marlon Wayans, I totally did not expect our interview to go like this, because I haven't even asked the questions that I expected to ask.
But God gonna take you where He gonna take you.
But I appreciate this conversation way more than the way I played it out in my head last night.
That's what I say about my career. It didn't play out the way I wanted it to. I thought I was going to blow up at 19 like Eddie Murphy and be doing stadiums. But instead I'm 53 and I ain't blowing up yet, and I'm still playing these ranky-dank clubs. Speaking of ranky-dank clubs, come see me this weekend. I'm at the Houston Improv. I got the 2 shows tonight, Friday, 3 shows Saturday. There's still tickets available for the show Saturday night, the 3rd show. Get your tickets. And then I added a show Sunday at 4:30 in the afternoon. Get your tickets to come to that show. There's still tickets left. Everything else is sold out. But come on through. Come see the work I'm doing. I'm not lying. These are my best years. And when you see my set, my sets, that's why I started doing specials. My brothers is like,
that's an interesting. I'm not going to even ask who that is.
Wifey. So when I do my stand-up, when I first did my first special, my niece was like, Uncle, why are you doing your special? You only been doing stand-up for 8 years. I was like, because I'm ready. She was like, but don't you want to do like the most specialist special? You know, if you just worked it like 2 more years or maybe 5 years, you know, it should be more personal, and you should talk about things that's more associated with you, and you have this great material that you have. I know you have. So why are you doing this special? I said, Shantae, and she does comedy too. I said, I love you, but I'm different. I'm doing a special after 8 years because I want to see where I'm at. I want the world to see where I'm at year 8. And I'm not afraid because I know I'm funny. I'm not afraid. I don't want to be the greatest right now. I just want to let the world know I'm doing stand-up comedy. Hey, this is where I'm at. And then every year, 2 years, I'm going to drop another special. And over the course of 10 years, I would have had 5 specials. And you would have seen the development of an artist. My goal is every special I get better. And it's the compilation of all these specials that make me special because I'm constantly getting better. And I'm not holding on to material. I'm letting it go. I'm creating new stuff. And I'm reimagining and recreating a new version of myself every special. So my first special, Wokish, on Netflix, it's a good special. It's cute. It's funny. You know, I was on to something. But the last 10 minutes is probably the best part of the special because it was personal. Then I did You Know What It Is. And You Know What It Is. Once again, the first half hour, it's really funny. And it's more personal. And the last 20 minutes are the best part of the special because I talk about something really real that hurt me. Or which was breaking my family up because I got caught cheating on a boat.
Yeah.
And what was funny about that? You like, what's funny about that? I found humor. Which led me to my third special, God Loves Me, which had nothing to do with me, but everything to do with me.
Right.
Because that special was about why Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
I thought that was great.
It was like, why?
I couldn't believe it.
How
but it
does
was
that
great.
got to do with you? Why does
you
this
flipped it on me.
slap?
You did that.
What did it have to do with you?
Right.
And then I put together the pieces of why that slap had nothing to do with Will, nothing to do with Jada, nothing to do with Chris, that it was God loves me.
That was great, Mr. Marlon. I'm gonna be honest. That was a great stand-up.
No, thank you. And you know what's crazy? Because I did the other 2 stand-up specials, this one I wrote that in 4 months and filmed it. It took me 4 months. I didn't tour that for years. The slap happened, and for 4 months, I toured and wrote the material on the stage and toured it, and then filmed it. It's March 22nd was when the slap happened. March 22nd, the slap happened. I filmed the special like August 7th. So that means I toured it and wrote it. I had to write that in 4 months and perform that in 4 months and then put it up for it to come out in March the next year. So I didn't get a lot of time with that. But the reason why my pen was working so quick was because I'm not resting and holding on to material. And then,
I was gonna say maybe you was feeling a certain amount of pressure too because you were trying to be of that moment when that happened too, because that was a moment.
Yeah, I had to beat Chris Rock to the punch.
True.
Eventually, after he unwind from being slapped, he gonna have a special.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I dropped my special the day before Chris dropped his.
Yeah.
Or the week before.
Yeah.
But I had a version.
Your version was an interesting take on it though. I'm like, man, that.
Because I didn't get slapped, of course. It's hard to write when your face is swollen. What's funny about this? If I was him, I'd run on stage the next day with a handprint, like, take the special now. But no, but it resonated with me. Like, I had a truth to tell. I had a story to tell. And then when my parents died, because it was funny, I was working on a set about my mother. My mother had died before the slap happened. And I had put that special to the side. I was working on a special about my mother's death and coping with that. And I had a good, 40 minutes. And then the slap happened. I was like, I love you, Mama. I got to put that to the side. And I did this, the God Loves Me. And as soon as I finished God Loves Me, I started working on my mama set again, which was Good Grief. And then my daddy died. And I was like, oh, God is good. Now I have instead of 40 minutes, I got an hour and 20 minutes. Thank God my dad died.
Okay, that sounds so bad.
Now I can finish this special. And then I dropped Good Grief. And now I'm working on my next special, and I know my next 3 specials after that. But I'm on special number 5. And the last 10 years or last 8 years, and I know my next 3 specials after this. And it's because I wasn't afraid to drop the first special that you're seeing the progression of an artist. My audience, when I did my first movie, Don't Be a Menace at 19 years old, y'all are watching the progression of an artist.
Can I say something? I think it's interesting, and you're not going to remember this. You see so many people, you do so many interviews. I talked to you years ago. And what's funny is to see a change in a human being. And it's funny, and this is going to sound weird, but you can see it in the person's eye. And also what you're seeing is the wisdom that has caught up with them from the age.
Yep.
Because you learn through all the stuff you're talking about, family, wifey stuff. It all adds
trials
to
and tribulations.
So that Marlon that I probably spoke to 20 years ago, as I'm talking to you, and I guess because I'm talking to you and I'm remembering bits and pieces of the interview.
How crazy I was and untethered.
I don't want to say that.
No, I was crazy because I was desperate. You know what I mean? Because I had not a care in the world. You're talking to a mother, a Marlon that was the youngest of 10 siblings that was protected and loved, and my parents was alive. I hadn't had kids yet, or if they did, I didn't break my family up. I was in a happy place. I was a goofy place. You go through trials and tribulations and pain and suffering and damage and therapy and, finding God and being broken. And when you are broken and you have to put yourself back together, the pieces of my mama's death broke me into a million pieces. That's for me when life started. This life started when my mother died. And my father's death was the glue to putting myself back together.
Wow.
And I put that glue, the ingredient in that glue was God. And so now I'm a different, better, stronger, grounded version of myself because of what I went through. And there is wisdom. And because it's experience, and it's not desperation. It's education. I do the work. I could tell you how to do the work. I could tell you how to get on stage. You want to know about success? Talk to me, and I'm just gonna tell you about doing the work, and you're gonna hate me because you want me to give you opportunity, and I ain't gonna give you opportunity. I'm gonna give you opportunity to sit down with me and get these jewels. It's all about the work. How much time are you spending on the stage? How many movies have you written? How many sketches are you doing? Don't talk to me about you wanting to be successful and you ain't doing the work. Do the work, and don't worry about being famous. You kids are too worried about being famous. Worry about being good. See, this next generation of artists, I feel bad for the audience. That's why they stop coming to the movies like that, because listen, just because you do some Instagram videos or TikToks, it ain't making you brilliant. Just because you watching, it doesn't mean that your art is great. It just means that you got an audience that is like, hey, this is fun to watch. And there's an art to that. But if you really want to get great, right? You want to move people. Denzel Washington can talk that stuff because Denzel Washington spent time doing theater for a long time. He still does theater. So he knows his craft. That man is a brilliant actor. He spent so much time acting. He's brilliant. And if Denzel was to do stand-up and put in the work on stand-up, he'd be a brilliant stand-up comedian because he knows how to live truth. He speaks his mind, and he does the work. Anything that man applies himself to, he'll be great at. No doubts. I just do the work. I do the work. Why are you doing stand-up? I started doing stand-up after I had $1 billion in box office. Why are you here? I started with him. He started before me. He's like, why you with Marlon Wayans? Why?
He's saying he, but I'm going to need them so they can see
Urban.
you. DC, can you just come at least get in the camera and just wave
really
somewhere?
Funny, really funny dude, DC Urban. He's like my big brother in comedy. He was doing it before I did it. And then when I did it, him sitting in my class of comedians, Tony Baker and Sidney Castillo, they was like, why are you here? Why are you at Demori's Pizza Shop doing comedy? Why are you in this dive bar doing a set? What are you doing at this coffee shop doing 5 minutes? Why are you at Marty's paying $5 to do 5 minutes of comedy with 10 comedians here and no audience? And I was like, because I'm here to do the work. I'm a journeyman, and I'm gonna do the work. And it's not about, I never bumped nobody. I didn't go in the clubs going, yo, I'm Marlon Wayans, and I had my own TV show. I had a scary movie. I had $1 billion in box office. I could have bumped people. I was like, nah, I'll wait till last. I'm not bumping nobody because I understand what that time means for them trying to get and scrap for those 5 minutes. I'll take the minutes afterward if there's any left, so I could go a little bit longer. But what I'm not gonna do is take that time away from them. Right. So then as soon as I got my hour of material, I went on the road. And they were like, why are you here? Why are you playing little clubs? Because I'm doing the work. I'm gonna be undeniable. When I do stadiums, when I do huge theaters and concerts, and man, you gonna see a beautiful show because I did the work. I know what it takes to put in the work to put together a great show, and I still think my greatest shows are ahead of me.
Marlon Wayans. I know they all buzzing me because I can even hear my phone buzzing. They try to get him out of here. I already know. Listen,
what a woman loves.
I appreciate you taking the time, and I know they buzzing you too, and you still sat here and went through it. Sometimes in life, you get way more out of something than what somebody think that they're doing an interview and they getting something out of it. Yeah. And what actually happens is you give them something way more. And I just want to say, I appreciate it. I appreciate watching the Marlon that I talked to years ago. It's not the same Marlon that I'm that talking Marlon to today. Mama. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest with you. It's incredible to see. Always a fan, always was.
Thank you, brother.
I can't wait to see the family documentary. I think that it's necessary and needed.
Wait till you see him.
Well, salute to Marlon Wayans, man. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, bro.
Hope to see you at the show.
Yes, sir.
Come down, I'm telling you. You ain't gonna be mad. Come back, smack it 102.1.